We woke up this morning, well, before we woke up, to really heavy rain and a loud thunderstorm. It's stopped now, but I don't know if it's over for today, so I put the food in the cat hotel for now. Hey buddy, a couple of my fountains are off, maybe GFCI, if I had to guess. This one's on, but that one's plugged into the garage versus back door. I think that GFCI is out. I mean, it poured, the front yard was rumbling, the water rushing. So we gotta leave around 9 to get to Durham for my yearly mammogram. Oh boy. Fingers crossed, you know, it'll all work out okay. It's nerve-wracking. I go in a couple of weeks for my every 6-month blood work and follow up with the oncologist. She offered me to go to 1 year, and I need the reassurance that everything's okay every 6 months, so off we go. Well, we have had 2 and 4/10 inches, not quite 2.5. I see this one down here is plenty full too. I know we really don't need 2 rain gauges, but yeah, 2 and 3/10. Came down in an hour. Hi, handsome. Hi. Hi. You dry? Did you get some breakfast? Good chicken? Will you eat? You did? You ate most of the chicken? Good boy. Good boy. He really doesn't seem to eat but a nibble other times of the day. That chicken in the morning fills him up. Good morning, Panther. Hey, bud. Here goes Mom. I'm eating. So it's only sprinkling right now. All that noise is the creek running. And running it is. See it up here in the woods a little bit, but not as good as an hour ago. When we got up, it was running even faster. Yeah, but definitely flooded up there. Wouldn't want to be taking a walk through that part of the yard right now. Gray maybe hid this morning. Nope, she's here. Good girl. Sometimes those storms, she goes and hides. Her spot is in that chair hid over there, but normally when I call her, if I ting the bowls like this, she knows it's mealtime and she comes out for her person if she's hid. Well, I'm supposed to be there by 10:30 for an 11 o'clock appointment, and this is currently saying 10:10, so we're good. Yeah, it's flowing. Well, they're not at the lift station.
Nope.
Supposed to be clearing by 10 a.m. More rain possible this afternoon. Our friends are at the Nash County, I don't know the specific name, but I think it's basically the community college. Maybe I got that right today. David and Zeb and Kendall and the guys that were with us at the solar farm, they're doing an outreach program up there today with some kids at the technical college that are considering a career that has to do with electric cars, solar farm, batteries, you know, stuff related to, I guess it would be fair to say, green energy. So, yeah. Dawn is having a serious conversation with Full Self-Driving this morning.
I don't know because it's given me several warnings that it may be degraded, but I basically cannot put together what she's trying to do. She wanted to get over into the right lane, and now it's totally clear she doesn't want to get over anymore. When she wanted to get over, when she was basically right smack damn up at the side of that car, right. I want to get over. But now that she's clear, I don't want to get over anymore. And it's just like, and she's doing this hesitation thing of these red lights, really.
Yeah.
She
still can't handle those lights off to the side consistently when you're in the left lane. She hesitates for them. And then she tried to take Dawn into a left turn lane coming up Judd Parkway to get to 55. Ruby's done that to me 0.7 miles before the left turn. She tries to make the left turn. There's another hesitation for those lights over there again. I mean, that's... And then she tried to turn right into a bank under construction. It's like when you're in the left lane, she dives left when she shouldn't. When you're in the right lane, she dives right when she shouldn't. She wants over now. That's good. That's good because we are getting on the turnpike up here. But I mean, Dodd's had like 5 disengagements since we left the house.
Yeah, and
it's just been horrible, and we're like, you know, 5 miles from the house.
Yeah, she's and it's all been with the simple stuff. Which lane should I be in? I have a green arrow turn lane, and I decide I'm going to try to stop in the middle of the intersection. It's like, you know, you need to have just like I told Marianne, there needs to be a thing. If I'm in the middle of the intersection, stopping is never the right answer.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just a little rough this morning, a little rough.
Yeah.
And I think it's this dot release. I think we were doing a little bit better on that stretch of road on a prior dot release. We're following a white X. And it's cleared up over here. Maybe they are. No, I'm just kidding. No. Yeah, lane centering on the turnpike is pretty basic. Just mentioning that this is the first time we've gone to the hospital, and it's known about I-888 or 885 or 885. This loop that's part of the I-85 system that navigates around Durham. And it really, you know, this was opened a while ago, and then I filmed the last time I was up here that it's been over 6 months or 9 months, and it still doesn't know what to do with this loop. I'm just going to go the way I know because I don't need the driving help, the instructions. Anyway, it's taking us properly, and I can also see navigated on the map that it is indeed getting us to the hospital. And it's not trying to tell us we're driving in the middle of a field or we're not on a real road or any of that stuff. So thank goodness. I wasn't expecting it. Dawn kind of wasn't either. And then there it was. Poof, it offered to park us. And I would say it did a really good job of centering us in this lane.
Yeah, I agree.
And with the pole back there.
And
Dawn's very trusting.
Yeah.
Here we are. Yeah, my next appointment, which is on the other side of this entrance, is Wednesday the 26th. So we'll be back up here once more. Well, the little taking the 885 loop around thing, that worked fine. I kind of like going through downtown Durham. You know me, I'm a center of the city girl. I'm just saying we never get hung up with traffic over there. It's not like it saved us a lot of time in this case. We're gonna go walk around Eno River State Park. There's a grist mill over there, and we used to walk around it often when I would be up here for treatments of one sort or another. So we're familiar with this park, but it's far away, so we don't go to it very often. And I mean, at least as long as when we go over there, it's not flooded out from the rain last night. It's only 10:40 because we got here early and they took me back early. They were done with me early, so my appointment wasn't even till 11. But that's, life is all good. They're not behind over there today. We're getting our watch started. Yeah. No vest today. Dawn called a no vest day. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's been over a year.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But there are several buildings here. We've never been in this house. Probably at some point it's open, but it hasn't been when we've been here before. I guess we can look as we walk past. Mostly I come to look at the mill. I'll show you the mill when we get over there. Hugh Magnum Museum of Photography is that way. Huh.
All they can do is throw us out.
Right. I don't know, the Museum of Photography is only open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 2, and I still don't think you can go in the house. It's probably for special events, which kind of makes sense. Pretty Rose of Sharon here. I have one purple bloom fixing to come in out back. You know, that one out, the back door is mostly white, but there is some purple in it. You know, it's my luck. I prefer the purple and I get more white. I don't know, this looked cool over here.
Oh,
no?
cool. Yeah.
The camp counselor was describing the merits of that way or this way. This is a little shorter but harder. And the other way is longer but easy.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
They go both into the same spot?
I think so. Where they can swim with those life vests.
Oh, they're going to go swimming.
Yes, they had life vests and they were going to get in the water. I've been in the water over here with the boys and Maddie. Had on their little croc boots.
Yes.
You might remember the story about having to rescue a croc boot running down the stream. We'll show you where that was. It's not over here, but yeah, I've been in the water over here.
I've not been up through the trail.
Really?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, well, sometimes when we came was like after my chemo or after a treatment, I might not have been feeling up to doing a whole lot, but going over to the mill where it was easy, I guess. So the trail in Fuquay is not the only one that has trees come down from time to time. It's pretty thick over here. This is like the back hill at Yates. And it is, as the kids said, uphill. Well, we did do the leave the trail thing, but only because we really needed. These are some of the biggest mushrooms we've ever seen. Pretty significant. More uphill here. Well, at least that means downhill someplace else. Yeah, Don's on the phone with our friend Andy. I'm just showing the uphill. Wow. I'm feeling it, so I'm showing it.
Going again. Let me hang on a second.
Yeah, there's the Eno River. We're up looking down on it. We're going to walk just a little further along it. At one spot there's a cross, but then we got to come back the way we came.
Yeah.
Which it'd be downhill.
That's right.
Yay. Well, we're down at the river, and there was, Pogo says there's a crossing here, but I don't see it. But we'll walk a little bit more in that direction and see if we can spot something. We're about where we were going to turn around. Well, when it's raining, that's going to be a huge gully washer there. This is the official creek crossing they were talking about, not really a river crossing. Okay, the Pogo map was, depends on how I'm standing. But anyway, this is the official way across. If you're brave, you can put your feet in the water or walk on the rocks. It's not deep here, so you can get across, but this is it. So we've walked to the crossing, and I could get across in my sneakers, my feet just be wet. I have to go home and throw them in the washing machine. No big deal, but I don't feel the need. This actually would be nicer walking back on the other side, but maybe if we hadn't had 9 inches of rain in the month of July, we'd be able to just walk it across really easy, but we've had a lot of rain, including 2 inches last night. Well, I certainly recommend if you to take the trail that's closest to the big restroom building here, because this is a really nice trail. Lots of shade, only a little poison ivy. We've got hats on. We're not too worried about ticks because we're not brushing up against weeds or anything. Wow, my heart rate's at 152 coming up that hill. Yeah. But we're back to flatland.
That hill was the equivalent of like 5 or 6, 8 flights of steps. It was
significant. It was significant.
It was up quick.
Phew, felt good though. Also feels good to be up. Phew. Was super quiet out in the far woods, but now we're getting up close to the mill dam where there's a little bit of rapids and rocks and the kids are having fun and all that good stuff. I think this way. We'll try it, see how we do. We can always turn around. I want to go out there. I do. I want to go. I'm a little surprised they let the kids get that close. without a helmet on. I mean, you know, going over is not that far or whatever, but...
Oh, to be a kid again.
Yeah, please, I want... So you might can see little tiny orange orchid looking flowers. That's the jewelweed. I'm always looking for it to bloom at Yates Mill. It's a hummingbird attractor. The kids are just to my left. Yeah, the boys and I were never back quite this far, but I will go down to the spot where the boys and I were. I'm gonna let Dawn do that, and I'm gonna come over here. I've done good today. The mill's through the woods right there now, so we're getting really close to the mill. The spot where the kids and I were at was basically right near the mill area. But this river is much more fun over here because it's, you know, faster moving, the rocks, it's prettier. Typical North Carolina, muddy looking because of all the rain we've had. Wow. Yeah, this is the spot where the boys and I had entered the water when we were here. It's a little harder to get down there now, but still doable. And if you stand over here close to the bank, it's not roaring so fast. The road is just past that tree there, and there's the mill behind me, kind of hidden by the foliage. Oh, there's a heron. The far shore, center of the frame. He blends in well. Well, there's the mill. Next to Yates, this is the nicest one in the triangle area. I don't believe Dawn and I have ever been here when it's been working, operational. So that would be on my bucket list. Very still on the opposite side, and yes, it's starting to lightly rain. Guess we'll have to check out what's going on before we walk away from the direction of the car. We're not super close to the car, but we can go inside the mill. Yeah, I wonder if they do a tour like Yates does, where you get to do a top to bottom thing. It could be closed today, it might be locked. I don't know, it used to not be locked, but tours and demonstrations, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 2. Yeah, we're just not usually, and it's locked. Used to be you could just go inside there, but I understand. People do stupid things. Well, I'll put it on my bucket list, maybe in the fall. I mean, I've seen plenty of corn grinding demonstrations, but I would like to see it here. There's real rain out there, but it's well north of us. This is the tiniest little spot, so we decided to walk to the bridge before we head to the car. And technically this is away from the car, but not by much. We're still quite close to the mill and quite close to Roxborough Road. But you know, you gotta walk the bridge over here, even if it's noisy. See, you really do gotta come out on the bridge or to get the full effect of being here. The other direction is obviously there's water too, but there's just the road. Donnie!
I tell you, you gotta call us smart. We left those weight vests in the car. As much as heavy breathing I've been doing, I don't know if I could have done it with that weight vest.
And Dawn doesn't normally heavy breathe. That's my department. I'm the one that's not as in good a shape.
This is not, just because it's along the river doesn't make it flat.
No. My watch says 1 hour and 34 minutes, and we walked 1.91 miles. And well, we were partly slow because we stopped at the restroom and I didn't pause my watch. And we were also slow because it was careful footing and lots of elevation. Let me tell you, it feels like we walked 4 miles on flat land.
So we got all the Teslas lined up here. Blue seems to be the very popular color. And then we got the X service vehicle. And then we got a couple more here. So we're doing it all inside today so we don't have to deal with all the heat and humidity outside, which is very nice. And the students are going to come in a few minutes and we're going to do a synchronized light show.
Out there now, the sun is out full bore. I had me a nice cat nap. I always do that when Don's driving and we're sitting in the sun.
Happens every time.
You nap while I shop and I nap while you drive us home places.
Sounds good to me. Teamwork.
Well, Jules is taking us down to Fuquay on Sunset Lake Road. Exactly not the way we expected to go, but we're seeing a lot of turnpike construction stuff that we hadn't previously seen.
Yeah.
Like big time stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, despite the fact that I freaked out when she turned us toward Apex to go to Fuquay, it's actually been pretty cool coming this way. UPS done, Harris Teeter done, homeward bound. I already loaded the groceries up. I guess I'll have to go out and see how much rain we had, but it definitely rained good again, and Don and I had some tuna salad with pork rinds and had a really great nap and watched a couple YouTube videos, and I'm getting up and moving because it's 5:45. I finally have all of my dots in my storage bin so we can close out that. It took 3 different times of doing it, and I've got another bin. It's a little stiff because it's new. I've got another bin that has a lot of dots in it also. There you go. Also some plant stuff, but at any point I can get to these that I need them when I need them now, so that's good. But I think, oh wow, look at how close this deer is to the house. Oh, is that the baby, the fawn? That is, I know the windows, first off, the one that's really close is a male. He has little nubs. And there's a spotted fawn right behind him. Yeah, I was fixing to go out. Oh, there's 2 spotted fawns and the buck. Well, what are they doing with the buck? Huh. All right, well, follow Daddy, I guess.
I took my nap today, and while I was napping, it rained again. Not much. I'd say solid 2/10, half a centimeter. Yeah, I'd still say half, maybe not quite a half a centimeter, but definitely 2/10.
I promised you guys a view of Johnny's new computer, and I'm in here with him. He's been working on setting it up. How's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah, I see you got tell us about your keyboard.
It has 3 profiles. This one, this one, and this one.
Yeah, like fun night mode, and like I really need to see my keys, bright, work, wake me up mode, I guess. It can be a lot of other colors, but Johnny really likes green. I like green too. He's got his robot he's been working up on Fusion 360 in the background. It's a new weapon for Wally Says Hi. Still in development.